They are just keep on improving of their products generation after generations or new releases. This is another great example from Fiio in 2025. This one is K17 using dual AKM4499EX chip with AKM4191 EQ chip to provide clean and precise signal received from AQ silicon crystal oscillator. K17 is built with 3 different circuit boards inside, dedicated power supply section, Class AB headphone amplifier stage, DAC, and everything that mounted in main circuit board at the bottom. The one on the top is XMOS, Bluetooth, FPGA chips, Class AB headphone stage. Transistors are mounted on aluminum heat sinks. K17 is very well ventilated to control the temperature. Let's dive into menu system of this Fiio K17. So if you swipe it right, this is the play setting. You can do play mode. This is shuffle or all the modes that you can choose, and this one is resume. So that is nice quick shortcut that you can use. This is EQ setting. So it has all the presets plus 10 custom setting that you can play around. This is filters for PCM 1 through 6. And next one is maximum volume level. So that is volume limiter. You can set it. And next one is this balance adjustment left and right. And next one is network connection. You can use either LAN or Wi-Fi. I'm using Wi-Fi. This is a screen brightness setting. I'm using level 2. This is screen time, so you can turn it off by using these pre-time setting. And next one is RGB light, so you can change different RGB light, different light color, or you can change it different brightness. That's a repeated menu from previous menu as well, so you can also enable and change the brightness from this RGB lights as well. And breathe, meaning this lights will be breathing in and out, but I don't like it, so I will use it on all the time. So that is the light setting. These are theme setting, theme 1, 2. I don't like this blue theme. It looks so outdated. And this is the trigger in. So trigger in is you have to enable it. This is the idle time. I set it at the 20 minutes, but I'm gonna turn it off since I'm reviewing. And next one is USB audio. You can do 1.0 or 2.0. Too bad that I cannot use it with my USB 3.0 drives. Although those drives are backward compatible, solid state drives or hard drives, when I attached to this USB-C input, it wasn't able to read it. I don't know why. And next one is language. You can do Chinese, English, or Japanese. And next one is others. This is where you do the other setting. This is for firmware update. I've been trying to update MCU firmware, but it wasn't working with my Mac systems. Next thing is main controller. So that is I already updated. This is for the online upgrade of the SoCs and factory debug and all that reset option. These are all the inputs that you can use, and local play as well. So that is my favorite feature of this K17. And go to browse files and go to my flash drive. To see all the files, you have to go to the right. So these are left or right, and you can go back and you can set favorites in there, and all songs, these are I have to edit in there. Then the artists, etc. These are setting genre and so sound updates. So those are all the features. PO plus pre is 3 of these outputs plus pre DAC is working, and volume control is variable. And next one is PO, so that is front only. These 3 outputs only. Pre, that is a pre DAC only. Variable gain control. LO is my favorite feature. LO is DAC only. So that is a feature that I really like, and sound quality as well. If you go into this song selection, that's another way of accessing the songs. Volume control is nicely tuned and precise control that I really like using. This step volume control. This one is input selector or playback option. When I'm using headphones, right, I started off using with this L low level output. That's where Sony MDR7506 need clean and transparent with very good dynamic delivery. When I'm using SJY close carbon, I need to go up all the way to ultra high gain. But when I'm using Variant 1, all I need is high gain option and it sounds wonderful. For the headphone stage wise, I have nothing to complain. Good refinement across the frequency range with very good drive that you can enjoy listening to, and it can drive pretty much any type of headphones that are available. Power button is only on and off. There is also main switch in the back. If you want to go to standby, you have to use this remote control. So that's where you get into standby mode. Then the light will turn green. Turning it on is very quickly, and it will read drive, external drive automatically whenever you turn it on. The idle temperature is not much. I mean, just a tiny bit of warmness on here on the top, but slightly warmer at the bottom. That's about it. So build quality and everything is totally reflecting the asking price, exception of these square rubber footers. I wish that they come with proper footers for the equipment itself. Everything is pretty much well featured in this K17. I try to use it as a pre-DAC in my streaming setup, pairing with CSS Audio 2DDX SVS Ultra Evolution Bookshelf, soon to be reviewed Matrix Audio MA1 power amplifier using K17 as a pre-DAC, XLR cable connected to MA1, and listening my music, watching movies, and it works great. But something is missing right when I'm using it as a pre-DAC in my streaming setup. So I was like, I'm not sure what it is, but I have pretty good idea where that is coming from. Then I moved this K17 to my main system, pairing it with my Ocuface E4000 XLR cable connected to it. Move that function select knob to LO, line output only selection. Right there and there that I found the true sound quality and ability of this K17. There is good preciseness in across the frequency range, as well as giving you nice and warm tonality across the bands, clear and precise music in mid bands, including human voices and vocals, and everything is well produced using this JBL L100 Classic 75th. And then I moved over to S1EX towers. Similar experience, but more refined sound quality, given that coaxial and beryllium dome tweeter with that sound signature of that TAD design drivers in this S1EX towers. So that sound quality is to die for. Bass foundation, deep and rich bass quality, very nice attack in those regions without overpowering it, and going up to mid-bands area, clean, precise, and well-refined sound with great musicality that I can enjoy listening to. Classical or doesn't matter, any type of music. Fiio K17 and that AKM combination work wonderfully. I wasn't even touching any EQ setting, not even presets or custom tune. Nothing is touched, just straight out of the box as it received from the factory, using standard number one filter option, which is fast filter option, and sound is incredibly well produced. Very good upper mid-range quality with clean and preciseness, as well as refinements in the area that I can totally notice. Detailed sound quality, image is very well, almost three-dimensional image, and high frequency extension is very well extended without getting to your face kind of sound. And width is a little bit wider than where I'm used to with other DACs, but the depth of the soundscape is slightly less than my tube hybrid DAC with Romulus IC chip. Other than that, Everything is incredible, but nothing major though. Bass quality to mid-range accuracy to high frequency extension. Only thing to nitpick is high frequency extension and upper mid-range regions. I would love slightly more area, but nothing major, just slight tiny bit more airiness, then it will give me absolute three-dimensional soundscape and holographic stereo image that I'm after. This one is almost there, almost like 98% is there, close to 99% to get that holographic three-dimensional soundstage using these S1EX speakers or this JBL L100 Classic 75th. And then I was like, okay, let's go back to all the heavy metal tracks, starting with AC/DC, Led Zeppelins, and everything combined. I was totally amazed by how it produced, because any DAC that I experience, if they sound great with AC/DC or Guns N' Roses, it will sound great with most of the music, pretty much. I can guarantee that, right? So, because heavy metal tracks are one of the hardest ones to produce without even using dual subwoofers, dual 12-inch on the sides. Just using straight two-channel setup. I was listening to my music and I was thoroughly impressed the way they sound together using Accuphase E4000 and this Fiio K17 combination. Then I was like, okay, let's switch over to this Matrix Audio separate setup, MP1 fully balanced pre-amplifier stage with MA1 Class AB power amplifier. Even more impressive, bass delivery is improved. Then I went back to all those tracks all over again. So it doesn't matter what equipment I pair with, it wasn't outclassed by the price that they are selling it for. This Fiio K17 DAC is one of my favorite DAC in terms of sound quality and recreating live-like environment and enjoying my music, right? So slightly missing is if you compare to higher end DACs that I have, such as Guster X30 or those kind of DAC, is holographic three-dimensional areas are different. Separation and space and air and those areas are different. But overall musicality and sound quality, I can totally enjoy listening to this Fiio K17. So usability and features and everything is very decent. But if you compare to competition, right, such as Eversolo DMP A6 Generation 2, which use ESS 9038Q2M dual chip design as well. So streaming features and everything, this Fiio K17 have a little bit of catching up to do. The musicality is incredibly enjoyable for the price that they are selling it for. My advice to Fiio is whenever you update your firmware, please do not change the sound quality. You have master quality sound that it can deliver. Just make it easier to use with streaming features. Flash drive works great. It's easy. Time to time it gets a little slow, but other than that, nothing major. So I try to update MCU and main firmware. Main firmware was easy, but MCU I wasn't able to update it, so that's a little downside for me. Please make that easier so we can enjoy more of this K17. Other than that, everything works great. So streaming feature, because of that, I end up only using streaming music with Eversolo DMP A10 and Fiio as a DAC only. Fiio K17 is one of the best buy under $1,000 that currently available. K17 can be one component, do it all, just pair it with power amplifier or your favorite headphones. It can totally redeliver. Even using as an analog pre-stage, it works great. And another thing I like to mention is DSD playback. So I was playing native DSD files from Sony NAS, and that loudness and gain is exactly the same as playing PCM files. So I'm thinking they are doing DOP inside of this K17 to give you level sound quality. That is one thing that I like to remind you. It might be processing DOP inside this K17. Sound quality is great, price is great. One of my favorite sounding DAC and headphone stage that you can buy under $1,000, my friend. Highly recommend it wholeheartedly. Thank you for watching and happy listening.
Mona Lisa, Mona Lisa, men have named you. You're so like the lady with the mystic smile. Is it only 'cause you're lonely they have blamed you for that Mona Lisa strangeness in her smile? Do you smile to tempt a lover, Mona Lisa? Or is this your way to hide a broken heart? Many dreams have been brought to your doorstep. They just lie there and they die there. Are you warm? Are you real, Mona Lisa? Or just a cold and lonely, lovely work of art? Many dreams have been brought to your doorstep, but they just lie there. How they die there. Are you warm? Are you real, Mona Lisa? Or just a cold and lonely, lovely work of art? Are you warm? Are you real, Mona Lisa? Or just a cold and lonely, lovely work of art?